Today we got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going head to head. That's right, Leonardo versus Raphael versus Donatello versus Michelangelo. So, who's coming out on top here? Well, today that's what we're going to find out. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are 4 baby turtles mutated by toxic goo called mutagen and trained in the art ninjutsu by fellow mutant Master Splinter. The turtles' different fighting styles and personalities build off one another, making them a formidable team. So since there are 4 members of the team, we're going to break each of these down individually. Starting with Leonardo. Leo is the oldest of the turtles, the leader of the team, and he's considered to be by far the most disciplined and deadliest of the turtles. He has superhuman strength, is able to cut guns in half, has superhuman durability, and has survived shots that would easily kill a peak human. He has superhuman speed and agility, able to dodge bullets at point-blank range, and uses his weapons to deflect lasers and bullets. He's the most skilled out of all the turtles, and can fight at close range of his katanas and long range of his shurikens. Next up we got Donatello. He's definitely the most intelligent of the brothers, and is the scientist-engineer of the group. Just like the rest of the turtles, Donnie has superhuman strength and durability, also fast enough to dodge lasers and bullets. Donatello is second only to Splinter when it comes to the bow staff, and is an absolute genius with technology, able to come up with and reprogram weapons on the fly. Michelangelo is the fun-loving goofball of the group, but that doesn't mean he shouldn't be taken seriously as a ninja. Mikey has superhuman strength and durability. You can make the argument that he has the best physicals out of everyone on the team. You could also make the argument that he is the fastest, so he can spin his nunchucks at such incredibly high speeds that they can form a shield to block lasers. A lot of people think that he is less skilled than his brothers because of his attitude and the fact that he's always joking, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Finally, we have Raphael. He's the hothead of the group, and is the quickest to anger. He has superhuman strength, durability, and speed, and his rage sometimes gives him greater strength that he wouldn't have without it. He's a skilled ninja and fighter of his size, and actually has experience as a street brawler. But what's best about the turtles is when they're fighting together as a team. They each have a different style of fighting, but when they're all working together, they actually make each other better by complementing each other's unique styles. So, who wins? Well, let's break it down. Nowadays we got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, one of the most iconic teams in all of comics entering the battle arena. But instead of throwing all 4 turtles up against another opponent, today we're going to throw all 4 turtles up against one another. That's right, Leonardo versus Raphael versus Donatello versus Michelangelo. So, who's coming out on top here? Well, that's what we're here to find out. And like always, first thing we're going to take a look at is strength and physicality. Well, Leonardo has consistently proven he's able to cut through guns and cut through metal with a sword. He's cut through robots before, and is capable of cutting through protective armor. He's even been piled on by a whole squad of foot soldiers, yet somehow found the strength to throw them off and fight his way out of there, even elbowing through a 6x6 construction post in the process. Donatello is capable of smashing apart metal robots with his bow staff, and even destroyed them with a kick, hit Shredder so hard with his staff that it shattered Shredder's mask. Same with Mikey, smashing apart metal robots with his nunchucks. He's knocked out stone soldiers, which are made out of stone, obviously. He sent guys flying backwards with his attacks, thrown shurikens that pierce Bebop and Rocksteady. They're both bulletproof, and he managed to hurt Slash of an attack from his nunchucks. And just to put that into perspective, Slash is durable enough to be unfazed by a car being punched into his shell. Then there's Raphael. He sent men flying backwards with his attacks, just treating them like ragdolls, and has even kicked both Shredder and Casey's dad with so much force that not only did it send them flying backwards, but actually cracked the wall upon impact. He's destroyed metal robots of his size, and alongside Mikey, threw throwing knives hard enough to pierce Bebop and Rocksteady. So they're all roughly comparable when it comes to strength, with Donnie being the weakest. Raph is probably the strongest when he's angry and fueled with rage, But I actually think Mikey might have the single greatest strength feat here when he brought down Slash with one good hit. But then what about durability? Well, all the turtles have superhuman durability thanks to mutations, and all of them have survived shots that would have killed any human. Leo was fine after Shredder kicked him off a building. A ceiling collapsed on him and Donatello, and Leo was the one who was able to take it and keep on fighting. He kept on going after taking attacks from Metalhead, Slash, and Krang. Then while Donatello was injured by that ceiling collapsing on him, he was quickly able to get back into the fight. He's taken attacks from Mammoth, Slash, and Rocksteady. It was even fine after being hit by some kind of firebomb. He's even been sent flying by a gravity gauntlet. The same gravity gauntlet that could easily lift and throw cars like they were nothing. Yet Donnie is able to take the attacks and remain relatively uninjured. Mikey took that same firebomb alongside Donatello. He's taking attacks from Hun, Slash, Shredder, and Metalhead. And he's been mauled by Mousers, and even jumped out of a plane before. It was fine because he landed on his shell. Then again, there's Raphael. He's been hit with a crowbar on his shell, and even had a bat shattered against his shell, been sent flying into metal hard enough to dent it, and walls hard enough to crack them, and taking attacks from Bebop, Rocksteady, and Slash too. Finally, we're talking about speed. Trust me, we're almost done here. We're talking about the fight soon, but this is important. All the turtles are very talented bullet and laser dodgers, and Leo has actually outsped Donnie and Mikey before. He's broken multiple arrows and ducked under crossbow bolts, dodged point-blank bullets, and even blocked lasers with his sword. Donnie's avoided machine gun fire, disarmed men before they could shoot, and like his brothers, is consistently able to dodge bullets and lasers. Raph can break apart arrows that are fired at him and avoid laser fire. But I actually gotta give the speed advantage here to Michelangelo. He's able to dodge bullets and lasers just like all of his brothers. But Mikey's actually able to spin his nunchucks so fast, essentially form a shield which it can block bullets and lasers. Others have blocked attacks with their weapons, but I don't think any of them has moved as fast as Mikey when he does this. Although I guess you could argue that's just because Mikey's nunchucks are better suited for this, and not necessarily faster. So that's physicality. What about skill? Well, Donatello's skill with a bow staff is second only to Splinter. And a lot of people assume that Mikey is less skilled because of his attitude and the way he's always joking around. This is just gonna be further from the truth. But honestly, don't see either one of them having the skill necessary to beat their three other brothers. No, this is coming down to Leonardo and Raphael. Leonardo is arguably the most skilled out of all the turtles, as he's fought against Shredder's granddaughter and managed to take her out. He's fought against a whole group of foot soldiers by himself, and foot soldiers aren't necessarily just easy fodder, and as Dark Leo, he's even fought against and beaten his brothers. Well, with Raphael, the time where he's more or less a street fighter. His ingrained ninja skills from a previous life hadn't really kicked in, yet he was still able to hold his own in fights. Then when he did begin his ninja training, well, he instantly recalled his abilities from his previous life and bested his brothers. He can also go into an unbridled rage, will actually kill an opponent if someone isn't there to stop him. That's not all. Because while this fight really comes down to Leonardo versus Raphael, they approach fights very differently. And you gotta sort of remember that Mikey and Donnie are here too. How to take them out as well in order to win. So here's what I see happening. Raph is too often blinded by rage and anger. He'll just rush into a fight without really thinking about it. Leo is almost the exact opposite, having a very strategic mindset and plenty of knowledge on his brother's skills and capabilities. So if Raphael just jumps right in, Leonardo will play it smart, probably purposely avoid fighting Raph at first, instead choosing to go after Donnie, the weakest brother. Raph will probably just fight whoever's first, and if Leo is taking on Donatello, well then it'll be Mikey. That way Raphael will tire himself out a bit, it'll be easier for Leonardo to take him down, as opposed to having to fight Raph first. That makes sense? And Raph versus Mikey definitely isn't as easy as a fight as Leo versus Donnie. Mike's quickness might give an advantage to Raphael's ruthless combat style. And also his taunts may enrage him even more, giving him another edge. Raphael will eventually come out on top, but it won't necessarily be easy. Alright, Leonardo versus Raphael. Well, Raphael's strength and size advantage. I mean, he does spend a lot of his time working out. He's ruthless, brutal, and will do anything to win the fight. And size are actually specifically suited to combat against swords. Of course, those size also come with a tremendous reach disadvantage, so he's going to have a hard time tagging Leo. And like we said, Raphael's ruthlessness can also be his downfall. He fights a lot like Wolverine, where he's got the combat skills, but usually just rushes in there without thinking. On the other hand, Leonardo is the oldest, the most skilled, and he spends most of his time training. He's level-headed, thinks through his attacks carefully, is quicker than Raph, and his katanas give him a huge reach advantage, being able to injure Raphael without necessarily getting close. But I really think Leo's ability just to play Raphael against himself will be the key here. Raphael is ultimately his own worst enemy. His rage and his mindset will do him in. And against such a skilled fighter as Leonardo, such a skilled tactician as Leonardo, well, I see that being his ultimate undoing. So yeah, it's real tough. Raphael will claim some victories. Michelangelo might be able to claim one if he's taking the fight seriously. But I ultimately have to put my money behind Leo here. Leonardo wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also be sure that like button, subscribe button, turn notifications on the DanCo army, and I will see you next time.